watching The 7 from WATE 6 on your side.
Good evening, I'm Bo Williams, and welcome to The 7. Let's get a look at the Big 7 stories. And tonight we've got some breaking news at the top of that list we want to get you up to date on. A silver alert is out tonight for a missing man out of Sevierville. His name is Carl Palmer. TBI sharing his picture about an hour ago. They also shared a picture of his car. You saw it just a second ago. There it is again. This is a green Ford Taurus with a missing passenger side window. And you see it also has some spots where paint is missing. The license plate 036BGBH. Apparently Palmer has a condition that might keep him from making it home safely. If you've seen him or if you've seen the car, call 1-800-TBI-FIND. Again, with any information that can help Sevierville police tonight. We'll keep you posted. Knox Pride just wrapped a protest against the new drag bill. The educational rally was held downtown at Crouch Park tonight. Nathan Higdon, the CEO of Knox Pride, saying, quote, while these bills were in committee, we engaged folks to call committee members' offices. As we have been continued to be ignored, we return to the LGBTQIA roots and are taking to the streets, end quote. Hundreds attended the peaceful rally tonight downtown. And while the rally was underway, the Tennessee Senate voted to advance a bill to ban children's transgender therapy. Again, the vote happening just a few hours ago. Through nearly every committee, both House and Senate, this bill passed on party lines. Democrats continue to argue the bill discriminates against the LGBTQ community, while Republicans say it's about protecting the children.
These medical procedures cause serious and lifelong harms and carry additional unknown risks. These procedures, provided only in the last decade or so on any kind of a large scale, that provide no reliable evidence of any long-term benefit.
This isn't regulating people's conduct, it's regulating what they believe. And what they believe about the most personal thing in the world. And that gives every one of us real pause.
With the bill passing the Senate, all that's left is the House. It's scheduled to go before the House Civil Justice Committee on Wednesday. Republican leadership says if and when it passes there, they expect it to go to the House floor. Tonight at 11 o'clock, we'll hear from legislators on that decision. Next up here on the Big 7 list, a longtime member of the UT Athletic Department has passed away. As we've been telling you, Gus Manning. And he had quite the legacy at Tennessee. Tennessee Athletics tells us Manning served for nearly 50 years under 11 coaches and eight athletics directors in a number of roles. But he started as a young fan visiting Shields-Watkins Field in the 1930s, then returning after serving as a U.S. Marine in World War II as a student and walk-on player. He was the athletic department's first non-coach full-time employee, essentially building the sports information department at UT and becoming the right-hand man to legendary coach General Robert Nealon. For decades, he hosted radio shows, wrote books, lived and breathed UT sports, attending 608 consecutive Tennessee football games.
Just as important, probably, just because when you think of General Nealon, I kind of think of Gus Manning because they were right there together. Gus was just a young little whippersnapper at the time. So, yeah, I would say that they're right up there, neck and neck, as very important to the University of Tennessee.
Even though he was retired, UT kept an office for him and gave him the title of Consultant Athletics Director. Gus Manning was 99. We are learning tonight that arrangements will be handled by the Rose Funeral Home, and a funeral mass will be held on Monday, February 20th at 10 a.m. in the Cathedral of the Most Sacred Heart of Jesus on North Shore Drive. Rounding out the Big 7 list, a meeting to get South Knoxville residents up to date concerning ongoing projects in the area. If you live or work in South Knoxville, this evening's community open house that wrapped up just a short time ago, well, could have some answers to some of your questions about those ongoing projects. Now, people who went there were able to get some updates on a number of different projects that are still in the works. The list includes a pedestrian and bicycle bridge across the Tennessee River that we've been telling you about. Plus, you'll also be able to get updates on the Sevier Avenue Streetscapes project and the Urban Wilderness Gateway Park. Illness has been spreading like wildfire the last few weeks, and that brings us to our next Big 7 story for you tonight. We've had a lot of school closings lately, and while some are weather-related, several school systems have said they've been closed due to illnesses. Anderson County Schools confirming that they've been closed due to staff shortages and illness. They decided to close their doors last Friday and then again today. The biggest issues that they've been dealing with include strep throat, the flu, and COVID.
Every day we do disinfect our classrooms. We have our ionized sprayers. We also have brand new air conditioning systems in every single one of our classrooms in the district that is supposed to eliminate bacteria and viruses from the air as well.
If you remember, doctors told us last month that the flu had hit Tennessee early, with numbers spiking early in December. At one point, Tennessee was at or near the highest levels of flu activity in the country. As of now, those numbers are down and appear to be holding steady. Next up for us tonight, a local business owner is continuing his efforts to help those in Turkey and Syria. Syrian native Yassine Taru is overseas in Turkey right now helping relief efforts following that catastrophic earthquake. And Yassine did not go alone. He's there with a handful of other people from Knoxville. The group is working with an organization there called Orange, which supports communities after crisis. Yassine says so far they've been helping by cooking for earthquake survivors, but are trying to help really in any way they can.
Start helping people with the food. We already did like 2 days, and today we're gonna help. We are helping hundreds. We cooking every day.
The last update, tragically, the earthquake's death toll has now surpassed 37,000. Again, following that massive 7.8 magnitude quake last week. And Yassine helping in more ways than one. His crowdsourcing campaign for relief efforts are closing in on $185,000 as he is setting up emergency soup kitchens for those in need.